So here's your problem. You command a sprawling military post like Fort Lowell before electricity, loudspeakers, public address systems, and certainly well before group text messaging. So how do you get the troops to do what you want them to do? Bugle calls. They would carry over a mile and could be heard over the din of battle. We're going to follow a cavalry trooper's day as dictated by the post's bugler. And here to help us do that, from his home in Green Valley, is trumpeter Michael Finkelstein. First call was always sounded as an alert. It is the bugle call equivalent of stand by for further instructions. If first call didn't wake them up at the beginning of each day, reveille told the troops to get up and get ready for the day, and there was no snooze button. Troops had only a brief moment of time between reveille and their next obligation to get up, get dressed, and be ready for duty. The assembly bugle call was next in the daily sequence of bugle calls. So after all the troops were present and accounted for, it was time to eat. They were summoned to the post mess hall by bugle. The second part of a cavalry trooper's day was spent in drills and training. Honing military skills to the peak of readiness was essential for personal survival in the wild and untamed West. And this bugle call told the troopers to fall in for drills and practice. Most troopers didn't have pocket watches, and there wasn't a clock tower at Fort Lowell. It was up to the bugler to tell the troops when it was time to stop one activity and start another. And that bugle call was known as recall. Troops always look forward to mail call. The end of the day's official duties was called retreat. This is different from the battlefield command to fall back or withdraw. Retreat as a battlefield maneuver has a completely separate and distinct bugle call. This retreat was the cavalry's equivalent to a factory's 5 o'clock whistle. It meant it was quitting time. To the colors sounds when the flag is lowered at the end of the day, although the practice nowadays is to lower the flag to the colors and then play the national anthem. When you were called to guard duty, this next call is what the bugler played. It also let everyone else on the post know that the guard was going up around the fort. The bugler played Call to Quarters. It was a curfew call. It meant it was time to be in your quarters unless you were on guard duty or authorized to be outside your barracks. Finally, the buglers call to extinguish all lights and get some sleep. This ends our exploration of how the bugle set the pace of day-to-day life in old Fort Lowell. Our special thanks to Michael Finkelstein, who brought the old times back to life with his trumpet, and we look forward to the time when we can hear him in person.